Hi students, today in this video we are going to learn the concept of complex numbers. Till 10th standard we are following the real number system, right? Now we shall see how the number system was invented. First they invented natural numbers. Natural numbers are counting numbers. They are 1, 2, 3, etc. When they wanted to subtract a number from that same number, for example, 7 minus 7, they faced a problem that when they had nothing, then how to represent that number? That is how 0 was invented. So, whole number consists of 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Whenever we are trying to solve a problem and if we get stuck somewhere, we discover something new, right? Take 7 minus 5, we get 2. If I take 5 minus 7, we get stuck. So we need negative numbers. So this is how integers came. So integer consists of 0, all the positive numbers and all the negative numbers. Then came the rational numbers. Any number that can be represented in the form P by Q, where Q not equal to 0 and P comma Q belongs to Z. Then we call it as a rational number. Example, I can write 8 as 8 by 1 and I can write 1 by 2 as 0.5 and I can write 1 by 3 as 0.333 etc. So rational number includes recurring decimals and terminating decimals. Now what do you mean by recurring? Recurring means, now you see, when you divide this 1 by 3, we'll get 0.333. The same number is repeated again and again. So it is called as recurring decimal. Recurring means repeating. What do you mean by terminating decimal? Now if we divide 1 by 2, we'll get 0.5. So no number will come after this 5. So it is terminated here. So it is called as terminating decimal. On the other hand, the numbers which cannot be represented as ratio of two numbers, then we call it as an irrational number. Now if you see the examples of irrational number, root 2, root 3, root 5, etc. And pi is also an irrational number. Now, what is the value of root 2? Root 2 is equal to 1.414, etc. And what's the value of root 3? 1.73214285 etc. What is the value of pi? 3.14159265358 etc. It goes on. So, irrational numbers are non-terminating and non-recurring decimal. Non. So irrational numbers are non-terminating and non-recurring. What do you mean by non-terminating? Non-terminating means it never ends. It goes on. Okay. And non-recurring means the number, the same number won't come again and again. See here 0.3 is repeated again and again. Here no number is repeated again and again. It does not follow any pattern, right? So it is non-terminating and non-recurring. So we can conclude that real number consists of rational union irrational number. That is, rational numbers together with irrational number gives you the real numbers. Okay. Now we shall see the diagrammatic representation of the real number system, right? So first we have the natural number. Then we have whole numbers. Then we have integers. Then we have rational numbers. Then irrational numbers I, that is root 2, root 3, etc. So altogether rational number union irrational number will give you the real number system. So this is what is real number system, right? So now we shall see what is a complex number and why we need that complex number, right? So in the 10th standard we have solved many quadratic equations. In the 10th standard we have solved many quadratic equations. For example, x square minus 4 is equal to 0. So x square is equal to 4. So what's the value of x? X is equal to plus or minus root 4, that is equal to plus or minus 2, where plus 2 and minus 2 are real numbers right? Now you take another equation, x square plus 9 is equal to 0. So x square is equal to minus 9. So x is equal to plus or minus root of minus 9. So I can write it like this way. So root of 9 into minus 1. So this is equal to plus or minus root 9 into root of minus 1. Right? Now we know the square root of 9 is 3. Right? Now we don't know the value of this one. So what is the value of this one? We don't know. Right. So we know that if you multiply any two positive numbers, we get a positive number, right? So if I multiply 3 into 3, I get 9. If you multiply minus 3 into minus 3, again I will be getting positive number. So square of all the numbers we have learnt so far is positive. So here we are getting root of minus 1. It is not positive. So whenever we try to invent a new number. So in the 18th century, a great mathematician Euler, he invented the number that root of minus 1 is equal to I, where I is an imaginary number. I is a imaginary number. Wow! Now we have a very nice solution for this question, right? So root of minus I can be written as I. Root of minus 1 can be written as I. So finally I get the answer as plus or minus 3I. Okay. Now we shall check the answer for this problem. Okay. Now we have got the answer as plus or minus 3I. So if you square 3I, what will you get? So 3 square into I square. This is equal to 9 into minus 1. That is minus 9. If I square minus 3I the whole square, I will get, so if you square the negative sign, you will get positive. Again, we will be getting 3 square into I square. Again 9 into minus 1. This is equal to minus 9. So our answer is correct. Okay. So complex number is defined as Z is equal to A plus IB. Right. So here A is the real part of Z. A is the real part of Z, and B is the imaginary part of Z. B is the imaginary part of Z. Right? Here A and B are real numbers. A and B are real numbers. Okay. Now, for example, take Z is equal to 4 plus 5y. Right? So, here 4 is the real number and this one is the imaginary number. So, finally, conclude that complex number is equal to real number plus imaginary number. Now, I will ask you one question, right? Is 10i a complex number? Is 10i a complex number? Yes. 10 can be written as 10i can be written as 0 plus 10i. So, it is a complex number. Yes. Now, another question is 10 a complex number? Yes. 10 can be written as 10 plus 0i. Now, here we say that here 10i. So, only imaginary, this is an imaginary number. So, this is purely imaginary. We call it as purely imaginary. And here no imaginary part. So, it is purely real. So, it is purely real. Okay. Now, we shall see the powers of I. Okay. So, we know that root of minus 1 is I. Okay. Root of minus 1 is I. What is I square? I square is equal to minus 1. What is I cube? I square into I. That is equal to I square is minus 1 into I. That is minus I. What is I power 4? I square into I square. So, that is equal to minus 1 into minus 1, that is plus 1. Right? So, if you find the value of I power 5, so I can write it as I power 4 into I. So, that is equal to 1 into I, that is I. What is I power 6? I power 4 into I square, that is equal to 1 into minus 1, that is minus 1. Then what is I power 7? I power 4 into I power 3, that is equal to 1 into minus I, that is minus I. What is I power 8? I power 4 into I power 4, that is 1 into 1, that is equal to 1. Now you look at the answers. I minus 1 minus I 1. So here first, here I minus 1 minus I 1. Okay. And you look at the powers of I here. That is here the multiples of 4. I power multiples of 4. So I got the answer as 1. Okay. So I power 4 is 1, I power 8 is 1 and I power 12 is 1, I power 16 is 1. So we conclude that I power multiples of 4. I power multiples of 4 is equal to 1. So we can say I power 4n is equal to 1. Okay. This is very, very, very important concept, right? So here you look at this one. Now you see here. I minus 1 minus I 1. I minus 1 minus I 1. Next set of 4 terms, 4 consecutive terms will be I minus 1 minus I 1. Okay. So, the answers I minus 1 minus I and 1. So, these are the answers which are repeated again and again. Okay. Now we shall see some problems. Now we shall see some examples. So I power 22. Okay. So I power 22 can be written as I power 20 into I power 2. We already know the formula, right? So the lower classes we have already studied. A power m plus n can be written as a power m into a power n. Okay. Using this we are splitting this 22 as I power 20 into I power 22, right? So this is equal to I power 20 can be written as I power 4 the whole power 5, right? So into I square. So I have used the concept here as, see here, and a power m the whole power n is equal to a power mn. We are having power to the power. So we multiply the powers. Power ku power. We multiply. Okay. So here 20 I am having. So I can split it as I power. I can split this 20 as 4 into 5. Then I square. So now only we have seen I power 4 is 1. So 1 power 5 into I square is minus 1. So this is equal to 1 into minus 1, that is minus 1. Okay. Now we shall see the value of I power 23. So I can write it as, again instead of doing this traditional way, we can easily find that 1 minus 1 I minus I, they are repeated for every 4 terms. So and also we have found out that I power 4n is equal to 1, right? So here whatever the power may be, so we divide that power by 4. So 4 5s are 20 here. So the remainder is 3. So you take the remainder. So here I power 3 which is equal to minus I. Now you take I power 24. Okay. Now you divide this 24 by 4. Okay. So 4 6 are 24. So remainder is 0. So you take this remainder. So I power 0 is equal to 1. Now you take I power 25, that is equal to, now divide this 25 by 4. So 4 6 are 24, the remainder is 1. Now you take this remainder. So I power 1, that is equal to I. Now you see the answers, minus 1, minus I, 1 I. So from this we conclude that when the remainder is So from this we conclude that when the remainder is 0, the answer will be 1. When the remainder is 1, the answer will be I. When the remainder is 2, so we can easily find this one, right? So here I power 22. So I power 22 is equal to, you divide this 22 by 4. So 4 5s are 20. The remainder is 2. So we have to write this I square here. I square is minus 1. So when the remainder is 2, I get minus 1. Okay. So when the remainder is 3, I get minus I. Okay. So when we have the powers of I, we have to divide it by 4. So when we have the powers of I, we have to divide it by 4. So I power anything. So I power anything is equal to I power remainder. I power remainder. Keep it in mind, we have to divide it by 4 and we have to write the remainder. So I power anything is equal to I power remainder. So we end this session here today. In the next video, we shall see the powers of I related problems using easy techniques. If you like this video, you don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching.